Okay, Brian, this is Jess, and I'm making you a video to show the road out to the property. Might be a little jumpy because I'm kind of holding it. Okay, we're on a 2-lane road that connects Elizabeth into Johnson City, so it's pretty heavily traveled. And we're turning right here onto Riverview Road, and I hope you can, I'm gonna see if I can, you can see there's the brackets I was talking about that there's no signs hanging from. So let me back up here so I can turn. This road through here is pretty narrow. It gets and real windy, so the traffic's not going to be traveling down this road very fast. But the road back there that we just turned off of, they do off that road. So there's not really anything out this stretch of road. We're coming up on the county's water treatment facility. That's really about all that's on this road. This is one of those little back roads that time has kind of forgotten that at one time was a major road between here and Johnson City. A lot of people traveled it. Now they just kind of travel it if the main roads are closed for construction or car accidents. Some of the locals will take it to get home a little quicker, but it's just kind of been forgotten. And as we go further out through here, the road starts to become less maintained. I'm trying to drive kind of slow just because there's a lot of wildlife out through here, deer and raccoons, foxes and rabbits and all that good stuff. So as you can see, it's been raining out here tonight, so it's a good night for them. And just, you can't see it because it's dark, but immediately to my right there's a pretty large river, the Watauga River. There's no guardrail or anything, so the animals will come down here and drink. Now we're coming up on the, you can see the lines have faded pretty bad. Now there's a guardrail up because it's a pretty good drop. Now we're really getting back here in the country. We're almost to the next turnoff for the haunt. You didn't know I was taking you out in the boondocks, so. Okay, this is Cemetery Lane right up here on the right. And you can, let me see if I can illuminate enough with my headlights here. There's a patch of grass right here, and I need like a medium-sized sign put up here with an arrow pointing, you know, up Cemetery Lane, because you need something for direction right in this area. But anyway, it can't be huge because this is one of those like little Y intersection type things where you'd come down on the right to turn to the right, or come down on the left to turn to the left. This road is just a little 1-lane road. As you can see, it's not very wide at all. So the sign, it can be fairly large, but it still needs to be placed so that you can see oncoming traffic before you pull out. And I'll show you that as we come back out, so you kind of have an idea. We're almost out to the haunt now. Okay, here we are. You can see, let me drive out through here. Just right here is the entrance, and I'll turn in there in just a second. But right here you can see is where the road dead ends. You can see the reflectors on the gate there. So it's not very far from the haunt there where the pavement ends. Oh, there's somebody's dog. Okay. Right now, there's some temporary electric fence up because my dad lets his neighbor pasture his horses out here. It just kind of keeps the grass and stuff eat down a little bit, but we take all that down. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but anyway, it's just temporary, so we take all that down. And right in here is where the parking area would be for the haunt. And I know you can't really see it very well at all because it's after dark. But it's a huge area. Dad's put a garden out here. He's wanting to plant pumpkins to sell, which I don't know. I guess that's a good idea, maybe. I don't know. He said he might plant some other stuff out here, but we'll see. There's my little concession stand. That is a work in progress. Oof. Sort of see it. It needs a little more work done to it. I'm gonna have to paint the outside of it and stuff. This trailer here, my dad, is actually my dad's. He rents that out. So, I think the guy that's renting it now, I think Dad's gonna have him moving out before October, so we're just gonna kind of probably use that as like a dressing area for the actors and a place to store the costumes and that kind of thing for October anyway. You can see the fence a lot better here, but those are just beat in the ground, so we can pull those right up. But I need a big sign that you can see from the top of the hill here. As you top this hill on this little narrow road, it's kind of unclear exactly without a good sign, which last year we had this huge witch out here and it was lit up and glowing, but people still seem to have a hard time with figuring out exactly where they were going. So I thought a large sign that was lit up with, you know, solar lights or whatever, that way, because you can, I don't know if you can really tell well from this video, but we're coming up over a hill, and as they top that hill, I wanted them to be able to see, you know, which direction they were going. You can see how the road forks here as you turn onto Cemetery Lane, and right in here is the area I would want to put my sign. And this road that we're on, that we just turned off of Cemetery Lane on, it continues on out into Johnson City. And I placed one of those signs in the ground, the little like temporary signs with the ladder step things. I put one of those at the end of the road last year, and it stayed put. I can't really do anything bigger than that at the end of this road because we're actually in Washington County, and their regulations are a little bit stricter than Carter County's, which is where I live, on sign placement. In Carter County, I can put a sign up anywhere I want to put it, and it's not an issue. In Washington County, you have to have a permit to put a sign up of any kind, even if it's just, you know, one stuck in the ground like that one last year, which they kind of let that one slide and didn't say anything about it. But this year I'm going to have to make sure I put something up a little bit better than that, and I'll probably have to get a permit for it. But anyway, I guess that's pretty much about it. We're almost back out to the main road now, and from that area I'll go back out to my house. From where we turn off the main road here, it's kind of dead center between Elizabethton and Johnson City. Johnson City's a lot bigger city than Elizabethton. You've probably got, oh, I don't know, 7 miles between there and Johnson City, and probably about 10 miles from Elizabethton to here. So you're pretty well about in the center, give or take a couple miles of both cities. So it seems like it's a lot longer than it is. It's only 1.5 miles from the haunt to the main road out here. So it's really not that far out of the way. It seems like it is, but it's really not that bad. I'm just trying to keep this thing going just a minute longer so I can show you what it's going to look like as we come up out of here, where I need another medium-sized sign. And you can see, you know, out there at my dad's too, there's not really a whole lot as far as street lights and that kind of thing goes, so that's why. And right here at this stop sign is the area, which we do have that street light overhead, and that does, you know, provide a little bit of illumination. But this road here, people travel, the road I'm fixing to turn onto, people travel it really fast. The speed limit's only 30 or 35 on this street, but most people generally go about 50, 55 on it. So I need a medium-sized sign, probably some kind of reflective or the glowing eyes or something like that to kind of catch their attention, but it'll have to be illuminated a little bit better too, because it does set back off the road. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off now, because we're getting a little bit closer to Watauga, and it's going to be harder for me to drive and hold this thing. So I hope this gives you a little bit more information. Bye.